Aries. Aries symbol mental energy is strong and in the spotlight, dear Aries. You can be doing a lot of processing, sorting, and organizing your thoughts and ideas, and interactions or conversations with someone can help jumpstart critical thinking. You may attract disagreement or conflict today, but a confrontation may be just what a relationship needs. Try to channel the extra energy available to you, which is mainly mental, into genuinely productive activities. You can experience today's influences through a partner or significant friend, as someone may be very intent on your involvement or trying to turn you onto an idea or plan. It's a crucial time for knowing which ideas and projects genuinely move you, as well as learning what you are truly capable of doing. While this can be ultimately helpful, you may need to check in with your feelings before rushing ahead. Impulsive communications are a tendency, and it's best to avoid being oversensitive to feedback. An old relationship or significant person in your life can be in strong focus. You can be particularly focused on ideas or movement, and possibly both, but you may need to let your brain rest. Watch for hasty moves at this time, as you may feel you know the whole story, but there is more to come later. Taurus. Taurus symbol. While energies with you today are a little impatient or hurried, it's a courageous, bold, and exciting time for getting going on projects related to health, wellness, or work, dear Taurus. The pace picks up surrounding work or daily routines, and there can be some tension as you become fed up with a situation that has been dragging. The urge to sort out problems, iron out flaws, and eliminate waste or excess is strong, so use this extra energy boost to clear up the clutter in your daily life. Watch for sharp or dry communications that can be construed as offensive. Mental energy is intense, and if it turns into nervous energy, it may lead to mistakes or regrettable actions and words. An old problem or grievance, particularly work or health related, can crop up, demanding your attention. Tie up loose ends today rather than allow yourself to get so tense that you trip over yourself or get into needless disagreements. Still, events occurring now can positively push your buttons, leading to a new attitude towards work or health. Gemini. Gemini symbol. The day brings nervous energy but also mental courage, dear Gemini, and your mind can race. It can stimulate a pleasant feeling of enthusiasm for recent ideas. You're inclined to make quick and sharp decisions, particularly concerning love relationships, entertainment, pleasure, dating, creativity, or children. Mental excitement can be helpful, but do watch if it crosses the line into irritation or aggravation. Competitive feelings push you now. You may be tense or driven, and you may get an extra push to get a project going. Your communications are entertaining and fun, and you take more pride in your ideas or creations. A romantic revelation can figure strongly, and observations made now and conversations taking place at this time are likely to be significant. You can experience a desire to get to the bottom of a matter and a need to solve a problem from the past. There can be much thinking or conversing about particular issues that have been blocking your progress, especially related to creative projects, children, or romance. You do need to watch for false starts and hasty moves. As long as you avoid impulsive decisions or an overly competitive disposition, this can be a great day for increased motivation levels, making a real dent in your to-do list, and solving long-standing problems. Cancer. Cancer symbol. You may be trying to make sense of family matters and past patterns, dear Cancer, and you can arrive at important conclusions that help you move forward. There can also be new ideas born out of old ones. Take notes. You are learning a lot today, from your intuition and insight, as well as from those around you, even indirectly. You can also very quickly get all fired up by an idea or line of thought, and it's a good idea to do something productive about it. Family, home, or inner life is animated, vivid, and exciting. Your brain can feel overloaded, or your mind races now. While there can be a strong internal focus, you can also have a project you're excited about. There can be vivid memories and important discoveries. Something from the past might resurface, and it can be refreshing as you uncover needs that you have either denied in the past or simply overlooked. Prepare for changes in plans and some level of restlessness, but also a real chance to get things done. Conversations can be lively. Leo. This is a high-energy day on a mental level, dear Leo, and there may be a last straw situation that motivates you to take action. Do watch for talking ahead of yourself and possibly misrepresenting yourself in the process. You're passionate about what you do today and probably very excited about sharing ideas or stating your case. Learning is quick and easy, and thoughts can be all-consuming and exciting. In fact, you can quickly get all wound up over a problem that's re-emerged and has you frustrated. You should probably keep in mind that people, including you, may not be saying what's in their hearts. As such, it's better to keep some emotional distance if engaging in debates and try not to take things, especially done or spoken in impatience, too seriously. There can be many distractions, but this can be a great day to revive an old personal interest or project. Remember that arguments entered into today and tomorrow can have a significant impact, so choose your battles wisely. It's also a good idea to watch for hasty decisions or communications now. You may be jumping ahead of yourself and not considering your feelings in the process. Virgo. This can be a time for exciting ideas about business, money, practical matters, learning, and studies, dear Virgo. Your ruler, Mercury, is still retrograde. Today, it aligns with the Sun and then Mars in your resources sector. It's a time for solving problems, perhaps a little impatiently, but sometimes we need to get a bit worked up to get things done. Energies today can fuel enthusiasm, and they can also lead to impatience and skipping steps. Channel all this mental energy into an important project, if possible. Your mind is sharp, and you can be very productive if you can focus. Decisions made now tend to be quick but hopefully not too hasty. It's a powerful time for the courage to approach an old problem in a new and unique way. You might benefit from revisiting past ideas and perhaps updating them. Review of past purchases or budgets can be fruitful. While there can be some dwelling on issues, it's important work that allows you to clear the path for new beginnings. However, this isn't the time to go all in since Mercury is still retrograde and is aggravated by Mars right now, putting the pressure on, which can lead to mistakes. Libra. With the Sun, retrograde Mercury, and Mars joining in your sign, dear Libra, you're enthusiastic and excited mentally. You're also coming across loud and clear. Do watch for impatient or hasty words. This influence gives you a powerful voice and the courage to say your piece. However, watch for talking ahead of yourself. You are filled with energy and vision today, and it may be best not to waste it on arguing a point. Be careful that you don't push something to a breaking point or push yourself too hard. Aim to apply your tremendous mental energy to something productive and valuable. You're moving a little bit outside of your comfort zone these days, and this is an important process. You're also looking for ways to update or upgrade your life. There can be an idea or project that excites and motivates you now. There can be pivotal realizations, epiphanies, and clarifications occurring now, but keep in mind that the tendency is to rush things. You may also find that people are talking about you today. It's best to watch for impulsive remarks, as your mind is working a lot faster than your heart and at a quicker pace than it is for others. Avoid overthinking. Because Mercury is still retrograde, you may not yet have all the information or resources to push forward. Mental energy is abundant but possibly misdirected just for now. Nevertheless, some backtracking or frustration can serve as a push to clear the decks for new beginnings. Scorpio. The day can be mentally busy, and you may find it difficult to rest, dear Scorpio. It's undoubtedly a time of intense focus on your inner world, the past, finishing important projects, clearing out the deadwood in your life, and doing some soul searching. There can be a strong urge or need to talk about, analyze, and handle matters related to the past as the Sun, retrograde Mercury, and Mars align in your solar 12th house. Your thoughts could race at times, and your dreaming mind is active. Unless you're channeling it into something creative and positive, avoid letting your imagination run away from you. Nevertheless, coming to the point of frustration can push you to handle a matter or express something that needs airing. A new piece of information, or a sudden memory, can make your mind race today, and there can be unique insight into a matter. There can be a desire to share something private or release a mental burden, although you may want to double-check that you are not revealing something prematurely. Gather your facts before jumping into something. As Mercury is still retrograde and this is all happening in your sector of the subconscious and the past, frustration about a recent problem cropping up can get the better of you. Still, you might get the chance to deal with a matter that's been dragging you down or blocking your path to new beginnings. Sagittarius. Your mind can be very busy today, and it can be difficult to put it to rest, dear Sagittarius. Friendships can be demanding, exciting, or simply more active and productive than usual. With retrograde Mercury aligning with the Sun and then Mars today, you may be engaging in intensive talks or debates. There can be some impatience or frustration with an associate, group, or friend. It's possible that a rude awakening or frank discussion can catapult you in a new direction or motivate you to make positive changes. Be aware that there can be a tendency to misconstrue or to put a lot of energy into something that you change your mind about later. As well, it can be especially important to pay attention to emotional cues and not only intellectual ones, and avoid taking others' possibly insensitive commentary to heart as well. Otherwise, this can be an exciting day in which visions and ideas are inspiring and light a fire under you. You might discover ways to make improvements to your friendships or social life. It's just important not to rush it. You need time to scope things out, and you should take it. Capricorn. You are examining past patterns in new ways right now, dear Capricorn, particularly with issues surrounding your reputation, work, health, parents, and career. There can be interesting insights or new understandings of a past problem. Thoughts of past relationships, connections, and even projects can be intense now, and people or information can surface that jumpstart all of this thinking. The important thing is that you look at these things with new eyes, and the conclusions you draw now can be significant. You're attracting a lot of attention or giving a lot of attention to your goals and ambitions. You may very well have a competitive edge today. However, it's important to avoid speaking too soon on a matter since people will remember what you say now more than usual. Your heart may not be in your words or proclamations today, which can point to some form of misrepresentation if you're not careful. Try to balance logic and emotion. There can be a surge of motivation to handle problems or to resume an old project. You may have far more ideas than time, however. Still, it's a great time to pour yourself into a project that gets you somewhere. You may be tearing down obstacles in your path and solving problems now with high energy. You can be especially busy going over past work, researching ideas for plans and goals, or doing editing activities. Aquarius. Particularly with matters related to education, travel, or publishing, you have the chance to see things in new ways, dear Aquarius. What you read and hear about today can be helpful for future projects. You're drawing upon your experience and creating something new from it. Communication defines your friendships right now, so make sure that you're keeping in touch. You might quickly defend a cause or express an opinion and possibly get into a heated debate. However, because Mercury is retrograde and aligning with assertive Mars, it's essential to watch for misunderstandings based on rushed communications. You may not be speaking from the heart. While conversations can be exciting, an emotional or sensitive element may be missing, which is something to consider. The day can bring some racing thoughts and an abundance of ideas. Problems from the past have a way of emerging now, however, and there is a tendency to make sudden moves or to speak too soon about a matter. It's also a time for moving a little out of your comfort zone when it comes to learning, thinking, and doing. Feeling a bit of competitiveness can lead to improvements and new thinking. It's an excellent time to pursue anything that involves healing the mind or paying particular attention to the mind-body connection. Pisces. You're inclined to look back at an old problem in a new way now, dear Pisces. Make time to chat with a colleague or special friend, as you might learn something to your benefit. You can feel as if you're on a mission to find out the truth of a matter, but as you do your seeking, watch where you step. Ideas work you up, or you become obsessed with resolving a problem. Tap into the motivation to do things that you've been letting slide. It's important, however, to avoid pushing too far with a topic or losing the emotion behind an issue today. This is a good time to tackle projects or endeavors you've let slide or you've avoided in the past. There can be a competitive feeling which you might use positively as motivation to make improvements. Restlessness might lead you to significant discoveries, but it can also lead you down a frustrating path if you're not careful. Focus on existing problems now for best results, rather than looking for new ones. This is a strong day for review, research, and the revival of old interests or ideas. New ideas and long-standing problems can keep your mind racing. Be firm and genuine in your dealings with others, but avoid hasty words and moves. Old ways of relating don't serve a useful purpose anymore, and today you see that it's best to leave those habits behind you.